Welcome back to the Spirit's Magic channel, where we create a space for open, supportive conversations on spiritual healing and personal growth. Today, we're diving into a topic that can really hit home for many: dealing with the effects of narcissistic relationships and understanding how these dynamics can impact our spiritual well being. We don't know who needs to hear this today, but dealing with a narcissist can be draining, especially on a soul level. Whether you've had a relationship with a narcissist or grew up with one as a parent, you know how much that experience can wear you down and make you feel stuck. It can feel like being trapped in a box because the narcissist always projects their reality onto you. This person isn't interacting with the real you. They're acting out a version of reality they want to impose, and people can debate whether this is conscious or unconscious on their part. But for us, the most important thing to remember is that it's happening. Here's an example. Has a narcissist ever accused you of being the one with anger issues or called you crazy? They push their own feelings onto you, and eventually, after enough provocation, you might react like any person would. And then, when you do, they're quick to say, "See, I was right." That's their way of twisting reality, making you feel like you're the one with the problem. It's exhausting, and it can make you feel disconnected from yourself, almost as if you don't know what's real anymore. And all of this doesn't just mess with us now, it impacts us deep down, leaving a mark on our inner child. This part of ourselves can feel trapped or invalidated in the same way it did in childhood. If what we've talked about so far resonates with you, feel free to share your experience in the comments to show others that they're not alone. Our community here is a space we're proud of, and seeing everyone support each other makes all the difference. Now, when we start the healing process from these experiences, we have to address the parts of ourselves most affected by these relationships. Often, that's a part of us that feels undervalued, unloved, or unworthy of a healthy relationship. It's common to unintentionally attract others who reinforce those same feelings. This isn't your fault, and it doesn't mean you're unworthy. It's a result of conditioning from those old experiences, those ingrained messages from people who were supposed to care for us. If we've grown up around narcissists or been in relationships with them, we might have never fully experienced being valued on a deep level. But here's the important part. Even though that can come as a shock, it doesn't mean we're hopeless. We can bring healthy, loving relationships into our lives. And it starts here with recognizing our own value. Nobody else, not even our mistakes, can take away our inherent worth. It's through this awareness that we start to truly heal. In fact, we've developed a course around this process. We talk about techniques like reparenting, which involves setting internal boundaries and rewriting the voices we've internalized from our family dynamics. Imagine a moment from childhood when you made a small mistake, like spilling milk, and your narcissistic parent made it feel like the end of the world. You might have heard things like, "You always mess up." But as an adult, you now have the power to respond differently. Visualize how it would feel to stand up to that old, critical voice in your mind and say, "I'm not defined by my mistakes, and I won't accept this kind of treatment anymore." This is a powerful exercise for shifting your mindset. It's something we cover in our course on reparenting, breaking down the process into two parts: embracing the nurturing energy we missed from a mother figure and the stable energy we may have needed from a father figure. Both are important, and every time we speak kindly to ourselves, our inner child is listening. This part of us remembers being scared and invalidated, and unfortunately, we often repeat those same words to ourselves. But now, we can break that cycle. This is why narcissistic relationships feel so draining. They pull us into a state of constant fight or flight, sapping our energy and keeping us from experiencing genuine joy. But once we recognize this, we can step out of survival mode and into a place of thriving where we become our own best friends. One of the most profound aspects of healing from trauma isn't just recovering from what happened, it's reclaiming the life we've missed out on because we've been stuck in survival mode. There's so much to unpack here, and while it can feel heavy, it's important to remember this simple truth. You're doing the best you can, and that's enough.